마지막에 깨알 같은 광고 참고해 주실 분들 참고해 주시고요.
신화 웨딩입니다.
아름다운 커플 모습 잘 봤고요. 그 다음에 신랑 하준수가 이제 할 말이 있다고 하는데 한번 이렇게 스피치 한번 같이 들어보시죠. 앞으로 모시겠습니다.
Now we'll have a speech from the handsome groom, John Ha. Please come forward.
이거 laptop 거야? 아니면 총 거야? laptop 거? 오케이. 잠깐만. 자. Okie dokie. Wow, thank you. Right. First of all, I would like to thank my two MCs, Chung Hee-hong and Chiun Nuna. They're doing a fantastic job. Round of applause for them, please. I would like to thank all of you for attending the wedding reception. You have all come far and wide. Countries include South Korea, Japan, New Zealand, the United States, and even Ireland. Even in Australia, we have people from Melbourne, Brisbane, Canberra, and Adelaide, and from the other side of this amazing country, the city of Perth. There are too many to name here, but I would like to thank each and every one of you, for you have made and influenced me in some way or form that has made me the man that is today. A married man now. Thank you, Brian and Miri, for allowing Oscar to be the flower boy. Doesn't he look like Mini Nukun, the little flower boy right there? Thank you to the flower girl, Sojong. She is absolutely gorgeous. And to Tiffany's pharmacist and university friends, thank you. I now have free access to all my future arthritis, osteoporosis, krill oil, and Viagra medicines till I'm 50. I would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Pan for giving me their daughter willingly. A little too willingly, to my surprise. What most of you don't know is that Mr. Ban competes in the triathlon and even up to the Ironman championships. I was petrified when my wife told me this because I was expecting, like, if you want to marry my daughter, you have to run the marathon with me. In my craziness, my answer will be, thank you, goodbye. I would like to thank my parents also for bringing up a wonderfully intelligent, tall, handsome, and brilliantly rich young man. 아이고 힘들다. And now I lost my track. Okay, now, yes. Now, thank you for putting up with me for 26 years of my life, and now I have little Chunsus and mini Chiwons to grow up with and put up with myself. Most of you know me as the helpful John Ha in the English-speaking world, and at other times as Ha Chun-su. But I also have other aliases, such as the Army, Officer Cadet John Ha. 성가대 성가대 member in both Gandabal and 하늘 소리 성가대, 준수 천사. University student John Ha, John Ha 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 Ha, and other titles including Crazy in Korean, 착한 준수, the crazy Korean chef, the general, the commander, the captain, the angel, and last but not least, 미친. But they all lead to the same person, me. So, for me, being an Australian-born Korean, I had the best of both worlds. I would use the good examples from each to tackle the other. It was the best in making rings around my mother's head. For example, my mother sent me to tutoring during high school. But instead of learning from the teachers, I became friends with the teachers. Instead of studying with the students, I talked with the mates and I flirted with the girls. I can thank my primary school friend Christian, who's sitting right there, for giving me that kickstart into life, teaching me how to talk to women and how to pick up girls. Sure, it was bad from my mother's point of view, but in other way around, I was talking and getting experience with communication. For me, intelligence and character was the true value of education, not some mark on a piece of paper. I have continued to grow up to earn respect and have a reputation as a selfless person. I consider myself lucky. I was not born in Africa. I don't have to worry about disease and malnutrition. I wasn't born in some politically troubled Asian country, such as Vietnam or Laos. I wasn't born in the Middle East where wars are continued to be fought, causing more heartache. And thank God I wasn't born in Korea, spending 140 hours a week in school and tutoring for 20 years, and then get sent to the army for another 2. For me, recognizing that I was born this lucky, I always give back to the community for others who are not so lucky. The Royal Flying Doctor Pilot member, Australian Red Cross blood and plasma donor, the University of New South Wales Underwater Club, legacy member, and finally the last 3, the Australian Army, the State Emergency Service, and to the Korean community. It's because of the last 3 that I have these medals on my chest. The red medal is the Australian Defence Medal for 4 years of dedicated service to the nation and to the country. A Christmas gift from the University of New South Wales Regiment. From both the Korean community and the State Emergency Service, I was also awarded the Community Service Medal for diligent service and protecting the community. Both a small token of the larger part that I am participating in. But because most Koreans here look at the words SES and gets flashbacks to the Korean group SES that sings "Cause I'm Your Girl," not that it helps because of 무한도전 토토에게 가수다, I want to show a small movie of what we do in Australia's SES and just see what really happens when we wear the orange uniform.
These battle scars don't look like they're fading, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battles. Never let them ruin me, but I feel like ruins ruin me. Arrow holes that never close from Cupid on a shooting spree, feeling stupid 'cause I know it ain't no you and me. When you're trying to beat the odds up and trying to keep your odds up, you know that you should know and let it go. But the fear of the unknown, on another lover's phone, send you back into the zone. With no Tom Hanks to bring you home, a lover not a fighter on the front line with a poem. Trying to break yourself a rifle, maybe jumping up a storm to fight the tanks and drones and you being alone. I wish I never touched, I wish that I could stop loving you so much. I'm the only one that's trying to keep us together. Yeah, but all of a sudden say that I should forget. I wish you were the best I ever had. You said the good, I would bring the bad. Yeah, I'll never be over. Until you tell me it's over. Tell me it's over.
So hopefully that gives into your mind what the State Emergency Service does. But that's enough of me. To my darling wife. Now, apart from the lovey-dovey heart, 뿅뿅, roses are 빨간, violets are 파란, and talking about things romance, 사랑스러운 and loving, that all you 외로운 single people will start curling your fingers into 오글오글 오기징어s and octopuses. Tiffany, to me, is the most perfect and beautiful woman to be with. One more time. I'm not gonna get over that. She is cute, funny, kind, and sweet. but also has the drive, energy, and determination that makes her a very strong woman. And I love her for being what she is. Ain't she the most beautiful and gorgeous bride right now? Please give her a round of applause. So, how did we meet? Well, it was 2011. I was just into my first 7 months of a 7-year contract to work in Western Australia. And just before December, news filtered through that the global financial crisis would make our jobs redundant. So, considering I studied for nearly 5 years in university, demoralized with the civilian world, and never wanting to go back to university again, I took the path less traveled by, the army. But since you only live once, and being it could be my last, I enjoyed one last enjoyment of youth. I went to the Korean Church 2011 youth camp. I took my Western Australian workmates too. Where's Ru? Where are you? Right there. Ru and I, we went together to the youth camp. And since they had nothing to do as well, they came with me. I had the best time. If 2010 was the year for Seven and his digital bounce, I came back with Taeyang and his wedding dress. What I didn't realize that in the audience was a cute little girl who went pyong, head over heels. But she didn't know how to get my name until her group and my group met again. It was during this activity that she found out I remembered my name, Ha Chun-soo. The camp finished, after parties were enjoyed, and there I was staring at the computer screen of what was the transfer papers for the full-time army. The date was 31st of December 2011, 11 p.m. Ru and the other workers were drinking in my room, and I was filling out the ridiculously long forms for my qualifications and paperwork for full-time army. At page 23 of 57, stressed and tired beyond my belief, I opened up Facebook trying to clear my mind and refresh myself. By chance, who messaged me? And she didn't start off with, "Hi, my name is Tiffany. We met at the camp." It was, "태양 wedding dress 너무 잘 쳤어요." We talked all night. But realizing I had to fill out the forms for the army, I told her good night and I went back to the screen, only to realize that it had expired. I had to start all over again. Tiffany, you must realize that you have saved me. Saved me from a life of stress, war, and death. The moment you asked for my Kakao talk, but instead I gave you my mobile number, it felt as if you were sent by God to save a fallen angel. Baby, I love you. You are... 그만 좀 해! You are honest with me, truthful, loving, and caring. I will be the most loving, caring, fun, romantic, and best man you have ever known. Why? Because I am now your husband. 지원아. 이 모든 사람들 앞에 난 이 약속을 지키겠다. 내 가슴 있는 심장 멈출 때까지 나는 너를 꼭 사랑할 거야. 자, 이제 손가락을 다 펴시고 감사합니다. 땡큐.
아직 펼치지가 않고요. 순간 멘붕이어가지고 지금.
우리 신랑은 겸손을 좀 배우셔야 돼요. 저희가 알고 있기로는 준수 신랑이 먼저 대시한 걸로 알고 있는데 완전히 스토리가 뒤바뀌고 깜짝 놀랐어요. 그 같은 약속 꼭 지켜주시고요. 저 다음으로 이제 바로 분위기를 바꿔서 케이크 커팅식이 있겠습니다. 신랑 신부는 앞으로 나와주시고요.
Now we'll commence the cutting of the cake. I ask the bride and groom to come forward, please. 큰 박수로 축하해 주시기 바랍니다.
마주 봐주시고. 네, 큰 박수로 축하해 주시기 바랍니다. 네, 키스 한 번만 부탁한다고. 네, 다시 한번 축하드리겠습니다. 네, 이어서 디저트가 서빙될 예정이니 잠시만 기다려주시고